You know what they say about guys with big cannons, right? They can blow up a lot of stuff. Look it up.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? MGO here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Titans Return Voyager class, Galvatron. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here we have Galvatron looking not all too happy that his head is not attached to his body. I wouldn't be either. Nucleon and Galvatron, Autobot symbol, that same picture of Galvatron, Autobot symbol, words. On the back of the box you have your obligatory product shots. He does this, that, the other. And you have a bio if you want to read it in multiple languages. Hooray for languages. And that's basically it for the packaging. Included in the packaging is the collector's card with that same piece of artwork. And you have tech specs for both Galvatron and Nucleon. Hooray for cards. So moving right along here, we have Galvatron. Yes! Finally a nice new official G1-y Galvatron. And he's okay. Definitely not my favorite figure of this line so far, but he's alright. So here he is in his big cannon mode. Nice and G1-y, and that does look quite good for the most part. Getting close here, so you can see the details. You have some nice transparent orange plastic right there. Got a bit of red, got some gunmetal gray. You do have some nice silver paint in here. Decepticon symbol coming down here to the treads. Unfortunately, they did not paint the treads. It's just all that solid purple color, which kind of sucks. Would have been nice if they had painted those, but what are you going to do? It is what it is. And you got some nice molded details throughout. You got some red, some more of that gunmetal gray, and some more of that gunmetal gray back here. And you have these two flaps that just kind of hang out. Underneath, you just have this big chunk of junk for his other mode, which I am not crazy about at all, but okay. One weird thing, too, is that he does have two different shades of purple on him. I don't know how well it comes off on camera, but this shade of purple is lighter than this shade of purple, and you can actually see it better on the tank treads here. You can see like this purple right here is darker than this purple. It's like it's two different shades of purple. What up with that? What up with that? I don't. It's on both sides. Like what? Why is this side darker than this side? I don't. What up with that? What up with that? What up with that? I don't know. But there he is in his space cannon mode. You can angle this back if you want him shooting upwards. It's totally up to you. You can angle it how you wish. And yeah, it's as far as his cannon mode goes, I mean he's doing what he's supposed to do. There you go. What does he do in cannon mode? That's what he does. That's all he does. There you go. He just sits there and he's just a cannon, doing his cannon-y things. But for comparison, here he is with Unique Toys Mania King. So you can see how he looks there with one of his third-party selves. There you have that. Here he is with the little legend-sized DX9 Tyrant. And that's just, oh, that's cute. That's just cute. There. Here he is with DX9's Big Tyrant. They're not Masterpiece, not Galvatron. You can see how those look together. Right there. And here he is with the G1 Galvatron because he's precious. Galvatron-y precious. Hey, you remember this noise? Bet you wish you could forget. Anyway. So there you have that. And of course he does include his Headmaster, or Titan Master, whatever you want to call him, either way. Here is a Nucleon, which is clearly Megatron, as you can see there. Old Buckethead himself. No paint on this, except for the little red dot on his eyes. That's it. That's all the paint you get. Other than that, it is just silver plastic. Well, not even silver plastic, it's just like a gray plastic. Right there. It has like a little silverish tinge to it, but it's really more gray than anything. The head is on a ball joint like all these other Titan Masters. So you get a little bit of wiggly waggly movement. The shoulders are on ball joints, but they don't allow that much range. It's pretty much as far as you can move his arms up. That's as far as you can move them out. Has the hips that move forward. And he has the knees. That's pretty much it. And a big screw in his belly. Right there, and for comparison, here he is with a Fans Project Headmaster. Right there. Here's with Lord Zarek, a G1 Headmaster. You can see how that scales. And here he is with the Headmaster that came with Generations Brainstorm. You can see he's shorter than Brainstorm's Headmaster. So there you have that. You do have two sets of posts back here to plug Titan Masters onto, so you can have them standing groups. Hey, don't you go falling on me, man. So you can just have them hanging out back there. Of course, you can have them facing forward if you want. Totally up to you. Manning the cannon. Sure. So, much like the leader class figures in this line, the Voyagers are also triple changers, and Galvatron does have a third mode for some reason. Okay, but let's get down to it. Shall we? Let's. So to get to his other alt mode, you just open these up, unplug the cannon, put that off to the side for now, and then you're going to take this whole cockpit section here, bring that up, take this section. This section was originally as a tab right there. It just goes into a notch right here for cannon mode like that. So just untab that, you bring all this up and back, and that will sit over that fin like that. You can take these pieces and bring them back in. And then you take these sections right here and you swing them forward and then swing this whole arm back and then bring the tank treads forward like that. Second verse, same as the first. Bring that forward, bring that back, bring that down, and you're done. And moving on to the legs, you just split the legs and you just bring them out on that double hinge in there. And you bring them up, and this triangular tab right there will go into this triangular slot right there. And you just bring that up, and you tab it in. And then you just bring this other side up, and tab it in. Boop. Like that. And we're almost done. And you just take the cannon, take this section right here, bring that up, bring this section up. And this little purple section here will just come down, and that will serve as a landing gear. And that will just plug in right there. So you just take that, plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. There we go. And there you have Galvatron in his jet mode. Okay. Okay, sure. Why not? Dare I say, why not? I'm not crazy about this. I'm really not. You have the transparent orange cockpit right there, which does open. You can open that up, and Nucleon, aka Megs, can sit in there and pilot the jets. He does fit in there nice and secure. There you go. And, yeah, sure. That's all I can say about it. Sure. Just for a comparison, here he is with Voyager Cyclonus from Combiner Wars. You can see how that works out. Let me just raise this a bit. You can see how they look. You know, without the cannon, they're actually pretty much the same length there. So there you have that. And yeah, that's a weird looking jet mode that he really didn't need to have. But okay, sure, we'll run with it. We'll go with it. Yeah, okay, all right. But on the robot mode, we'll just unplug this, put this off to the side, and then we're going to take this section here and just bring this down flush like that. And then we're just going to untab the legs, which already came undone on their own. And then you just bring this knee section up. So it locks into place right there. Flip up the foot, take this panel, swing it around. That fills in that gap. And then rotate the leg so it faces forward. This painted detail right there is the front part. And then you just do the same thing here. Yeah, just bring that knee up, lock it into place, flip up the foot, swing around that panel, rotate it forward, bring those little panels down, and there you go. Take this panel here, you bring that down, and you rotate the waist 180. And then you just bring that up against his back. And now I have to raise the camera because he gets tall. There we go. And then you can take this whole assembly here and just bring it down onto his back. And then you just bring these down onto his shoulders. And then you just untab the forearm right there. And flip out the hand. Like that, which is on that ratchet joint, which I still never get why. Why is this on a ratchet? Why? If you want it to lock, just have it lock into the last point. You don't need that. Is anybody going to pose him like that? I mean, I don't get it. But anyway. Bring the arm down. Flip out the fist. And now we have a headless Galvatron. So now we just take Nucleon. Where's Nucleon? Where are you? He's still in the cockpit. Get out of here, man. We need you. Hiding from me? How dare you? How dare you hide from me? How dare you? So then we just take Nucleon. We just bring his arms down, fold him in half. And there he is in head mode. And again, no paint except for the red in the eyes. That's it. That's all you're going to get. And again, very Megatron-y head sculpt right there. And we just plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. And then you open up the chest plate here. And when you flip it down to a certain point, boop, this little Halloween mask will pop up. Close that back up. And then we take the cannon, and it plugs into either bicep, but of course it's supposed to go into his right arm. And there we have a Galvatron in his robot mode, and it looks pretty good. Not too shabby, not the best thing ever, not the worst, it's pretty good. So we're getting close here on the head. I really don't like the way that they made the gimmick with the head work with this flap here, because he just looks like he's wearing a Halloween mask. It's like there might as well be a rubber band going around the back of his head, because that's just what it looks like. It just looks like a dude cosplaying as Galvatron. It's like a little kid wearing one of those cheap Halloween costumes, you know. I don't really like the way that looks. And you can see there's just like, it sits, you know, it doesn't sit flush with the head either, so it just makes the face look all recessed in there, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't work all that well. It would have been nice if this faceplate at least came back at least to the halfway point. If it extended back at least to like right here where the arms end, that would have looked a lot better. But why they decided to just stop right there at the front of the face, I don't know. And honestly, they probably even could have worked in the gimmick just to have the whole helmet like the leaders do, because I mean, look how much space is in this chest. It's just this big hollow space. You probably could have fit that in there. I mean, look, you probably could have fit a whole helmet in there to actually unfold and go over the entire head. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. But, you know, the rest of the figure actually does look pretty nice. You have the nice silver and red abs, as Galvatron do. You got some of that gunmetal gray there on his crotch. And you got some nice details there. And he looks very Galvatron-y. Of course, he has this big cockpit on his back, but yeah, that's alright. And the treads on the back of his arms. Big cannon. Take this piece and just fold that back. And, yeah. I mean, looks pretty good except for that. That's kind of, yeah. Not crazy about that. But articulation-wise, you can rotate the head. This whole assembly will move from side to side a little bit. If you open up the chest, you can kind of see how this works. You can kind of see that this whole assembly will kind of rotate from side to side, but it doesn't give you that much range of movement. It gives you a little bit, unfortunately. You can move these shoulder pads and angle them however you want. The arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out on a soft ratchet there. You do have a bicep swivel, but those tank treads will kind of get in the way. Sometimes you have to move them out of the way if you want some more movement out of that. Double jointed elbow. Nothing at the wrist except for that inward ratchet joint right there. He does have a waist swivel, but it is hindered by this panel right here, so you kind of have to bring that down if you want to get a little more range of movement out of it. These little side panels right here are on hinges. Those will move out of the way. Legs can go forward that much, backwards that much. Do the full splits. Thigh swivel. 90 degrees of knee bend, and if you want to use that extra transformation joint, you can get a little bit more bend out of the knee if you want. The feet can pivot up and down, and you do get some ankle tilt. Now the cannon on this arm does greatly hinder the articulation just due to the way it plugs in. It totally limits his elbow movements, and you know, it does make him kind of aiming the cannon a bit weird because it's not the usual, you know, palm down pose. He's just kind of holding it like that, and that, you know, I would prefer, you know, if you could plug it into the side of his arm, so you can have that going and make it look nice and proper. But unfortunately, you can't do that because the swivel is behind where this plugs in. So if you turn his arm, the cannon is going to go with it, and it's just not really going to work all that well. I know Fake Busker on Shapeways has already made an adapter that's going to plug into his bicep here, and it's going to wrap around, and there's going to be a port on this side, so you can then plug the cannon in on the side of his arm like that. And yeah, I already bought one. I already ordered it, and I'm waiting for it to come in. It's not gonna ship out until like next week, but yeah, I already ordered one because I'm not too crazy about the way that plugs in and the way that just kind of just hinders everything. So yeah, I got that coming in. I'll put a link down below to Shapeways site, so you can take a look at that piece. It's only like $4, so it's cheap. So I just figured, you know, why not? So I picked it up. But yeah, so there you go. There you have Galvatron. Now for comparison, here he is with Combiner Wars Cyclonus. So you can see how they look together. They look good together. Do quite like that. And then here he is with Combiner Wars Voyager Prime. So you can see how they look together a little bit shorter at the head than Combiner Wars Prime. Here he is with the leaders. Leader Power Master Prime, Leader Blaster. Obviously it's a Voyager and 2 leaders, so, you know. Obviously he'll be shorter. So there you have that. Here he is with Leader Megatron. Right there. And again, obviously, he's going to be shorter, being a Voyager. Here he is with DX9's little Tyrant. The mini Tyrant. Oh, that's just cute. That's so cute. Here he is with Unique Toys Maniac King. You can see how they look together. Here he is with DX9's Big Tyrant. They're not Masterpiece, not Galvatron. You can see how they look together. And what else have we got? Of course, here he is with G1 Galvatron. Gorgeous, precious. He's really big, but he's so precious. Not so precious. There you go. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about regarding the Headmasters, if you have Voyager Brainstorm from the Generations line, these Headmasters are not cross-compatible. They are 2 different connections here. Let me just flip this down. This head will sit. It'll sit there, but there is no friction whatsoever. It will not stay in place. It does not actually lock in. You can have them sitting there, but it's totally not too much going on there. So yeah. And vice versa, Brainstorm's Headmaster will not fit on these guys because this is way too big. It won't even fit. So yeah, these are not cross-compatible with each other. So just wanted to point that out. So let's just get this back in here. There we go. Put on your Halloween mask. Whoop, there you go. So there you have that. So yeah, he's all right. I mean, he looks pretty good. He does do some things that bug me. That jet mode, he'll never see that mode again. I'll tell you that much right now. I don't like that jet mode one bit. He'll never see that jet mode again. Cannon mode looks good. The robot mode does look good, but it does some things. This toy overall just does things that bug me. I really don't like the way this faceplate gimmick works. Like I said, they could have actually worked the full helmet into this because there's nothing but room in there. They could have worked that in there, or at least make the helmet, or at least make the faceplate extend further back than it does, so it covers more of the head, and it doesn't look so much like he's just wearing a cheap Halloween mask. You know, I don't know, but overall, you know, he's all right. I'm not crazy about him. You know, I'm still happy to have a new official G1E Galvatron because, as I always say, the world needs more Galvatron. So I'm happy that there's more Galvatron in the world. But yeah, overall, I'm okay with them. I'm just okay with them. But there you have that. So if you would like a Galvatron or any other Titans Return figures, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out the Titans Return playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out MGames, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, actually, before I sign off, since we were talking about Headmaster compatibility, I'm just going to cut myself off right there. I'm going to cut myself off. That's right. That's right. Let's see. Any fans Project Headmaster fit in there? I doubt it seriously because his head is also quite large. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's not going to work either. That's not going to work. And you know a G1 Headmaster isn't going to work because this thing is huge. This thing is huge compared to the other Headmasters. So yeah, no, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. No. It's actually a good look for you. That's a good look for you. Anyway. There you go. Put on your Halloween mask. So anyway, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, this is Emgo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, boom in your face. Cyclonus! Yes, sir. I have a new plan on how we're going to take over this planet. What does it say? Kitty litter. This is the part where you explain. Yes! We coat the entire planet in a thick layer of kitty litter, and then the entire planet will become a stinky, clumpy mess, and then the humans will have no choice but to vacate the planet, and it'll be ours! What do we do then? What are you talking about? Then we'll be left with the stinky, clumpy mess. Are you saying you have a problem with my plan, Cyclonus? No, not at all. Not at all. It's brilliant. Brilliant plan. Most brilliant plan ever. Surely we will conquer the world with it. Yes. Yes. Bye. Some people just don't know genius when they see it.